Well, hello, my friends. Happy Friday. How are you? I hope you're having, I got to turn on comments here. I hope you're having a great Friday so far. What are you celebrating? Love to hear. Um, I have been in Dallas. I'm just looking at comments. Hi. I've been in Dallas all week. I just got back late last night. And so today's casual Friday around here. I've got my sweatshirt on and not wearing any makeup. I don't know what's going on with my makeup, but or my eyes, or I don't know if I have allergies or whatever, but my eyes have just been really painful. And so I took off my makeup last night and I'm like, I'm just not putting it on for a while because they feel so much better. So I think I just need a break from makeup for a little bit. So that's what we're doing. How's it going? I want to share with you some really fun stuff today. So I spent the week in Dallas. In training, I am taking over the Northern Colorado chapter of eWomen Network. And if you haven't heard about eWomen Network, we are a network of women across the world. There are, oh gosh, that's just funny. I just forgot how many chapters, but there's chapters all over North America, the United Kingdom, Australia, and it is designed to, the mission of the organization is to help 1 million women make $1 million in revenue in their businesses. So we are an organization that helps women build their businesses. So it's perfectly aligned with my business. And so here in Colorado, we have a chapter. And so I'm taking that over. I was in training in Dallas this week, and I had the opportunity to spend some time with our founder, Sandra Yancey, and she's an amazing woman. If you ever get a chance to hear her speak or watch her on YouTube or hear her story, she just has an amazing story, is a wonderful speaker. But she has been running eWomen Network. She started it in a room above her garage 23 years ago and grew it in pretty rapidly into $1 million business, and has been maintaining and growing and been running her multi-million dollar business for 23 years now. So I learned a lot from her. And every time I get to hang out with women, female CEOs, entrepreneurs at that level, I always have my ears perked up and like, what can I be learning from them? Right. And so I wanted to share with you what I learned from her that I'm bringing back to my own life, my own business. And I hope you will too, because whether you want to make $1 million or not is not necessarily it's not all there is to it. For me, it's about exploring the depths of my capacity. Like, I feel like there is so much more value for me to offer. There's so much more impact and change that I can make in this world. And I'm doing that through my business, right? And I am in business to make money. And so yeah, if I create, or when I create, it's my big goal is to create $1 million business. When I do create my $1 million business, I'm on my way, then that will also represent the impact I'm having on other women that are building businesses, right? Because my mission is to help women to achieve financial freedom through entrepreneurship. And I teach and coach them in how to do that. So if I'm making $1 million, just think of all the women making money in their businesses and creating value and living their mission, their purpose through their businesses. So yeah, that gets me all jazzed up. But so what I learned from her this week is what I wanted to share from you, just some of my takeaways. And something, I don't know if it was her that said this, but it was just kind of like this possibility drop. And I can't remember who said it to me, but they said, it was a woman, said making $1 million is easy. And I was like, it sure doesn't feel that way, right? I've been in business 18 years. I mean, I haven't had the goal of making $1 million for 18 years, but I've definitely had that goal over the past, I don't know, since 2021. And it doesn't feel easy to me. So then when I heard that, I was like, how it put this thought in my head. I was like, how could making $1 million, creating $1 million business be easy? And so I've just kind of been chewing on that. And I've had that in the back of my mind, letting my mind work on that. As I was in Dallas this week and getting to hang out with her, and her husband is her partner in the business. And so they both are multimillionaires, right? Built multi-million-dollar businesses separately and together. And so, I was like, okay, I'm having this thought in the back of my head, making $1 million is easy. How could that be possible? And then getting to be with them. And so here's a couple things that I took away from that could be part of that possibility, making that possibility a probability and an inevitability, right? So number one that I noticed is that they believe what they do is changing lives, creating value, and it's the best of the best, right? They each believe that. Sandra believes that to her core. I know, and you just feel that from her as she just exudes that. And anywhere she goes, any room she walks into, that's the energy that she's bringing to the interaction. And so that kind of belief, that level of belief is infectious, right? People aren't going to believe in us and believe in our vision and in our value any more than we are. So when we create that belief and then we go out into the world and interact that way, then people will come along with us. They'll believe in us too. They'll believe in the value and they'll believe in what we have to offer. So that was number one that I thought was very impactful. So it's like, okay, if I just continue to build the belief in what I have to offer, believe in the value that I'm offering, and doing that all the way to $1 million, I could do that, right? And then number two is that she just has this conviction, deep conviction, that her ideas are revolutionary, and she just shares them generously, right? And I think where this number one and number two become so important is oftentimes, and I find this with myself, I see this in my clients too, is that oftentimes we overthink and we second guess and we compare our business to what others are doing. And when we do that, we just really rob ourselves of this energy of belief and creating this belief in what we have to offer, right? So we have the option. And it's not to say, okay, well, whatever I think is really special and revolutionary, and, then it's the end all be all. Like, we can still learn more, get better, do better. It's not to say that, but it's like just having that belief that what was put inside of us to share with the world is good enough, and good enough to change lives, to help people, to offer value, to create something. And that doing that, we can do all that all the way to $1 million business, right? So so that I kind of had that in my mind. It's like, I could believe that the ideas I have are helpful, are revolutionary, and just go out and share them as such. I mean, Sandra is so generous with her knowledge, expertise, her time, her value, right? And so, and she's done that all the way to $1 million, multi-millions of dollars, right? So for those first two, it's like, I could just decide, we all have this option. I could just decide to set aside my overthinking, set aside um, my criticism of myself, my comparison with other. I could just set all that aside, believe that what God put me on this earth to do is good enough, and I have everything I need to fulfill that mission to the fullest, to my fullest capacity. I could just decide that. You could too. Right? And I feel like every time I get an opportunity to be with women entrepreneurs that have made a lot of money and had a huge impact on this world, that's where they are. It's not to say that doubts don't exist, but that they spend more time just believing that what they're doing is changing lives, is creating value, is revolutionary, is helping people. And then the money comes after. The money comes from that, right? And then finally, what I really learned from her is just to make success inevitable. And you can do that in like 4 different ways. Number 1, set goals. Number 2, break those goals down into achievable chunks. And I talk about that a lot. Separate math from drama. So you've got your goal, you've broken it down. That's all math, right? And then separating math from drama is just like sticking to the plan and doing the plan. Everything else is just drama. And then create simple processes for everything that you do repeatedly. And she's really great at this. Like there's a process for everything. And, you know, she's been in business. My hair is all weird over here. Been in business for 23 years. So yeah, you're going to have things down to pretty good processes, but we can all be doing this in our business. And it doesn't mean you have to like write a SOP and a manual and, you know, create vast amounts of documentation. It's just like, okay, here's something I do weekly or daily, whatever. I'm just going to create 5 steps that I'm going to do those same 5 steps every time I have to do this thing. And so creating those simple processes, setting goals and breaking them down, you're just going to make your success inevitable. So those are some things I learned. I hope this was helpful to you. It's been really helpful to me. I'm going to continue to chew on this idea that making $1 million is easy. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear your celebrations. I'm celebrating this new opportunity for me and for my business, and I'm very excited about it. And we have online events. So if you'd like to join me online for an event, I would love to have you as my guest. And those are called, we bring groups of women entrepreneurs together to mastermind together. We do that once a month. And then we also have in-person luncheons here in Northern Colorado. So if you're in the area in Colorado or Southern Wyoming, I would love to have you join me for those as well. And so I have one coming up on June 1st. And I wonder if I can post, I have the registration link. But that's not it. Where is this registration link? I will get it for you. And I'm going to put it in the, oops, not that one, in the chat. And you're welcome to, I would love for you to join me if you want to. So there's that. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Friday. I'm going to sign off. I am coaching with a client here in a few minutes. I'm so excited to see her. And I hope you have a great rest of your Friday. And remember to post your celebrations. I would love to celebrate with you and cheer you on. And I will see you next time. Have a great one. Take care, you guys. Bye.